What happened? Hi, everybody. Helen's in a panic over there. I think you forgot to. What'd you do?
I had my earphones in and I couldn't reach for
Oh, he said he had his earphones in and he couldn't reach for the button. I wasn't sure if he almost fell on his fanny or not, recognizing that fanny in the UK means something entirely different. I just remember my friend Nikki telling me that. Oops. Here, fanny means your bum.
Okay.
Your bum meaning your rear end, because I don't know if that means something different in the UK either. So anyway, welcome everybody. we're just gonna try and get through this intro. Anyway, oh my goodness. So it is so good to be back. I was trying so desperately to be here on Tuesday, but I don't know if you guys know, I get migraines. I've gotten migraines since I was a kid, and I know a lot of you get them as well. So I'm not here to complain. I was down and out on Tuesday, late afternoon, and I tried. I really did. I tried, but there was no way. I don't think you would have wanted to see the crafting that may have taken place under those circumstances. Anyway, tonight we're here, and to make up for Tuesday, I'm actually going to be putting together four cards. I think it's four. Because I thought to myself, what haven't we played with in a little while? And, we've been doing Halloween stuff, and I'm seeing tons of Halloween stuff, and we got Christmas coming and everything. We're going to be really heavy in Christmas cards. And something that I'm missing already is florals, because I love flowers. And we've got a little bit of a heat wave going on here in Michigan. And so I thought, you know what? I want to do something with florals again. Because I think florals are year-round. I love them. I don't think you have to work with florals only in the spring or only in the summer. I think they're just beautiful all the time. So my mom actually, I think, handed down to me a love of flowers. So I actually had her in my thoughts today when I was using this, when I was creating today. So we're going to be working with some HSN stuff, and we're also going to be working with some of the stuff in the new collection. But today's all about easy, like if you need to create a super easy, quick, but beautiful card, and you're really limited on time, you're really in a pinch, but you want something because this is for a really good friend of yours, or a loved one or something. I think the easiest way to do it is with die cuts, with ephemera. If I don't have to stamp and I don't have to color, because coloring and painting takes me a long time. And by a long time, I mean I could spend an hour, half an hour, or even more doing that. So if I need to do something quick, I generally turn to die cutting. And so that's what this is going to be about, die cutting and using die cuts, using ephemera. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. And I actually very, very quickly put together 4 samples for you guys, just to kind of show you how it comes together really quickly. But I do want to kind of share some of the products that I'm going to be working with. So if Alan, Mr. Hunt, will go to camera 2, we'll get started on this. Oh, you know what? I need my glasses. Can you grab my glasses over there?
I think it would be more fun without them.
It'd be fun without them. We don't want anything straight today. Okay, so here we go. If you didn't see HSN a few weeks back, this is the Cherished Ephemera and die cut kit that is available at HSN right now. If you got our, ooh, wow, that was loud. If you got the email, then there's links to it. But this is this is all about watercolors, and you're not watercoloring. The watercoloring is already done for you. So this has to do with beautiful watercolor images. All die cuts, all ephemera. So we have these beautiful floral die cuts. There's 3 different color combinations. Boy, oh boy, that noise. Let me pull all these out of here so we can get rid of all that noise of the plastic. So we have 3 different color combinations in here. We have these beautiful pinks. Here's the pinks. We've got blues, and then we've also got purples in here somewhere. Here's purples. Mine are a mess because I use them. So these really are your color combinations. And as you can see, we've got all different sizes of things. We've got, tiny little ones in here. Here's, I think, the littlest one. Isn't that teeny tiny? But then we have some really big ones in here, too. I mean, this is really great for scrapbooking. It's great for card making. We did a lot of different sizes and color combinations for versatility. So, you know, I wanted to make sure that, you know, if you're a scrapbooker, if you like to do, you know, mixed media and, you know, things like that, you can use the things in this kit for that. If you love card making, if you love journaling, stuff like that, this kit's going to work for that as well. Calendaring, you can use a lot of the pieces in there too. So here's some more of the die cuts that I'm playing with today. These I truly, absolutely adore. These are, they're all in white. So this is kind of like, you know, like it's a staple white. So you can use this as white. That's what I'm going to be doing today because this is about easy, right? But you can also color these. You can watercolor. It's not, these are not done on watercolor paper, but if you wanted to, you know, put some watercolor, you know, paint down, or even an acrylic paint and get some water in it and just kind of, you know, dab and get some color on these. You can color these with your markers, pencils, whatever you want. However you want to use them. I like to use them just in white like this because I like to have that beautiful, just that kind of bright white in the background where I just get that beautiful outline. So there's lots of beautiful sizes in here. Look how big that one is. There's a really big one in here that, let me see if I can find it. I don't know. There's several of them. We've repeated them, so you get multiples of each one. Here it is. This is a big one here. Look how big that is. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, just stunning to have those in a scrapbook page. Or we're going to use them in card making, though, because like I said, there's all different sizes. So here's like the smallest. Anyway, you'll see more as I. Oh, here's a little leafy one. So we'll go through those some more. What?
You should want to put.
Oh, okay.
You just want people to see
Alan's helping me. And then this is, so these first two are die cuts, right? These are ephemera. So again, for, you know, if you want to do, like, look at these little pieces here. These are great, again, for journaling, scrapbooking, for doing your planners. We've got sentiments and tags and little frames and, I mean, just all kinds of stuff in here. It all coordinates in all the color, you know, the 3 color combinations. Let me push those aside. And then we've got sentiments here. Let's see. I'm getting these out because I want you to see what they are in case you're not familiar with them. But we're going to kind of play with them too. So these are all die cut sentiments. Again, in the 3 color combinations. So pinks and purples and blues. And then here, these are actually, let's get these out real quick. These are actually foil sentiments. So let me see if I got one here. You can see that a little bit better if I put that on a color. Look at how beautiful that is. Celebrating your big day. There's no one like you in the world. Your smile brightens each day. You're my most favorite. Thank you for everything, and so on. They're so beautiful. In this kit, you get 2 sheets of these, and all you need to do with your paper trimmer is, you know, trim straight across, and you've got some gorgeous sentiments. So this whole kit, and I've got to tell you too, you know, with these being on HSN, their pricing is absolutely ridiculously crazy. I mean, you get so much stuff in here, and their prices are amazing. So that is still available. I've got the links on that. The email that we sent out. If you don't get our inspiration announcements, go to our, and if you want to get them, then go to our website, and on like when you go all the way down to the bottom of the home page, there's a link there that where you can type in, not a link, but there's a field where you can type in your email for our inspiration, our daily inspiration. And so if you do that, then you'll get the email that gets sent out for these videos as well. Anyway, this is the lovely watercolor paper pack. This is a humongous, let me go like this because it's gorgeous. Double-sided, as you can see, right? This has got 60 sheets in it. And the really cool thing about this, it's really unique. We've got a large pattern on one side, and then we have the smaller pattern on the flip side. So it gives you options for how you're going to use these. And you get 4 of each design. So you don't have to feel like, oh my goodness, I've used this paper. I can't use this paper because it's the only one I have. you know, you're going to get 4 of each of these papers in here, which makes it so easy to really duplicate and kind of mass produce, you know, some of your favorite things. So I'm not going to go through all of the sheets on here. If you go to, you know, our YouTube channel where I did the sneak peek for HSN, you'll get all of the details on this. But this is what I used for today. So what else did I use today? I wanted to pull some stuff from our current collection, and because I love mixing things up. I don't want to just say, oh my gosh, there's this new collection. I can only use the new collection with the new collection. I never, ever, ever want you to think that you can't mix and match and pull things from, you know, from other places. Or even other companies for that matter. You don't only have to, you know, if you're working with an LDRS die, that doesn't mean you have to work with, you know, only LDRS papers or whatever. You know, go to your stash and see what you have, and you know, everything that you have, you know, it doesn't have to become old just because it's from a prior collection. Make everything new again by using it. So this Elegant Stitched Frames Slimline die set, 17 dies. This is absolutely stunning. This has that outer die. Again, if you saw me do the you know, the whole kind of, you know, release video, we have that outer die that actually cuts your card base, but we have 17 dies in this all together. And so I thought, all right, how can I play with this? What can I do? I'm going to show you. So here's what I did, because I didn't have a lot of time. And so I literally sat down, I grabbed this die, and I took a look at my papers. And this is one of the things I love about our papers too. On the front, we show you all of our patterns, so it makes it really, really easy. And I thought this one in the littlest pattern would be really, really nice. I'm working with a card. I'm working with some beautiful florals. But even though I've got florals, although this is florals, it's only got 2 colors in it. So it's got white and like that aqua. And so I went and I grabbed that sheet. Let's see if I can find it in here. Maybe Mr. Hunt can help me.
It's right here.
No, yeah. Let's see if I can find it in here. I know here it is. Okay. So here's that sheet. This is the large image, and then you turn it over, and here's the smaller one. And so I went ahead, remember I said that largest die right there? I went ahead and I cut my card base out of this paper. And so the inside also has pattern, which is gorgeous. And we'll cover that in a moment. So all I did was trim this down. Let me get this die out for you so I can show you how this works in case you don't already know what I was referring to with this largest die. So with our slimline dies, this is what you normally get. Okay, you usually get 2 outer dies that have this is one die here, and then we have another one that's nested, so you can do a beautiful card topper and have a gorgeous you know, layering piece. And then we have all these beautiful accessory dies and sentiments there for layering. But this is new. This is something new with this newest collection, where when you look at this die, we've got a blade that runs all around 3 sides. So the 2 short sides and the long side on this one. This side right here is flat. So this is the side that you would put along the fold. So I would have my paper, let's just pretend that I didn't cut this already, all right? Opens like this, so here's my fold, right? This die lines up beautifully right on top of there. This is the flat edge here, okay? Fold, flat edge, go like this. I would secure that down with a little bit of tape, run that through my die cutting machine, and then I get this. And by the way, I should tell you, this is a heavier cardstock too, and we're cutting through 2 layers, which is really, really nice. Now, I used my second die here. My second die, just with some white cardstock. I cut a layered piece. So look how beautifully that fits in there. All right. And then with my nested die, this is where I think it's really fun. Look at this piece of paper. It looks like I watercolored it. That is actually one of the papers in the paper pack. So see how we have these beautiful watercolored papers in the paper pack? They already have gorgeous watercolor patterns on them. Here's one in a green. This I actually is one of the ones that I used. You can see it. This is one of the ones that I used. So I just trimmed a piece off of here, and I laid my die over it. So let's say I went like this, okay? Trimmed a piece off of there, laid my die over it, just to get a little bit of that watercolor. And it looks like I watercolored that. It's absolutely stunning. These sheets here are fantastic for card making, like I'm using them. They're fantastic for creating beautiful backgrounds and focal points in your scrapbooks. Wonderful for mixed media and stuff. You know, if you don't want to watercolor, if you don't want to get all those paints out and deal with all that stuff and have, you know, all that mess. I mean, I love the mess. Don't get me wrong. I love the mess and I love playing in paints, but I don't always have time to do it. So that's why we have these here. So you've got instant watercolored backgrounds. So I went ahead, again, with my nested die, all right, cut that out. And now look how perfect that layers over the top of that. Isn't it just so pretty? I think it's gorgeous. And it's really, really easy. So I'm going to walk you through this one, because this one is spending a little more time on it to take you through the steps of this part. I won't do it with every single one. But I am going to layer this one up. See how you can see the back side of it there. I'm going to layer this one up on a little bit of foam. You know how I like to have beautiful dimension on my cards. You know, now for some people you may not want to have dimension on your cards, depending on how, you know, if you're shipping them and mailing them and so on and so forth. You know, you may want to limit the amount of dimension you have. Depends on what you're doing with it. All right. Ow! Oh! Ow. Oh my goodness, I might bleed all over the place. Oh, that was fun. I got the corner of the tape. That little corner right up in my fingernail. Oh, that hurt. Sorry about that. If I startled everybody, my gosh, I startled me. Oh, I can see it. It's starting to bleed. Doggone it. Well, that's no fun. Oh boy, the joys of crafting. If you don't cut yourself, you stab yourself. Oh. Okay, so this piece here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere that flat. And I'm just going to try and center that a little bit. Hope I got it. Be helpful if I could put my head over the top, but that's okay. Okay. Ow. I feel like a big baby, but you know how paper cuts hurt really bad? That little stab, man, that got me good. Okay. So here I've gone and I've just pulled. Here's the thing with these papers, like I could technically use any of these three colors would be gorgeous with this paper. And that's one of the things I love about the paper pack and everything that's in here. So they all work beautifully. I did choose to work with this blue. When I put the blue on it, it looked a little lonely. So I grabbed a couple of these little die cuts here. And so I'm going to put some foam on the back of this because, again, I like dimension. So the longest part in putting this card together is explaining it and putting the foam on it. So, I mean, it really doesn't take long at all.
How does the foam make the flowers not feel as lonely?
What? What?
You said it looked a little lonely.
It looked lonely. That's why I grabbed these.
Oh, okay.
The die cuts.
I thought the foam was going to make
No,
it
the foam
feel
doesn't
lonely.
make it less lonely. The die cuts make it less lonely. So this is my thinking on here. Let me see. I'm going to put these in here. So I like to lay the one piece on, and then I'll just pop some of these in and see how we go. And then I've got one of those little sentiments from my ephemera, right? And that I'm going to put right here. I'm going to pop that up on a little bit of foam as well. And let's see, I'll do a couple of pieces of foam on here. And I'm going to lay it out first and see where we land. Put one more on this side. And the reason I'm doing that is because I think it's going to be up, this first side is going to be up over the flower a little bit, and I already have foam on that. So I'm going to make sure that I've balanced it. Isn't that just beautiful? Quick and easy. So now notice, now this is where I'm going to be a little bit, well, I guess I won't. I was going to say I'm going to be a little bit lazy, but I'm not gonna. I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of adhesive, a little bit of a liquid glue. I need to clean that. Can you? Thank you. You just wiped it for me.
I'm glad you didn't have a nose drip or something.
You're gross. Let's not be gross. Okay, there we go. So there's that one. And just a little bit, you know, I don't necessarily need this to be tacked down absolutely everywhere. Just a little here and there is good. And there's no right or wrong to how you place this in here. There we go. But I did want to have the little centers covered by the flowers. And I'm going to put this just a little bit off center and up. Really pretty. And then pop this on here. And look at that. We've got our first card done. Isn't that pretty? Let me make sure I'm opening in, yep, it's opening in the right direction. And then on the inside of that, like one of these little die cuts that I did with the white, you know, you could just easily cut another one of those, place it on the inside here, and then you have just a wonderful place to write a note. You can put some more die cuts on the inside there. Beautiful, maybe even one of those, like one of these little flowers can go on the inside there or something. But isn't that pretty? Quick and easy card. It's absolutely gorgeous. Who wouldn't love to get something like that in the mail? I think it's lovely. I really do. I think it's beautiful. All right, so that's card number one. Card number two. I did something with all three colors. So this one is going to be, you know, a little bit, it's similar. It's the same concept. But I've gone with the pinks on this one. And I've also alternated or just kind of changed it a little bit. For this card, I used the pattern paper for the card base. This one, I used an existing card base that I already had. This was just a white card base cut with the same Elegant Frames die. I used the second die to cut this beautiful little polka dot that is also in the lovely watercolored paper pack. Lori is asking, what envelopes do you use? I actually will make my own envelopes. Alan, yeah, do we have one over there? Go see if we have in that stack over there one of the envelope dies. Yeah, right there. You know, we have some of those. We've got to get those listed. We have some of those. Is it there?
Well, here's the A2.
No, not that one. Not the A2.
Not that one. That's the one I found.
Well, Alan's going to look for our envelope die.
It's on HSN.
Do they still have stock?
I don't know. I can run.
Yeah, why don't you look and see?
You can show this one. This was there too.
Well, no, this isn't what she wants to see.
I know it's not.
Look and see. Well, all right, I'll show you. This is the one that he's talking about. This is an envelope box this is for A2 cards. This isn't what you're asking about. But the envelope die is like big, like it's larger like this. But it will fit through, you know, most you know, die cutting machines that have like a 6-inch bed on them. He's checking to see what is the item number, Alan?
Item number is.
This is at hsn.com.
745014.
745014. So Alan, will you put that out? Put that item number out there for everybody. It is a super easy. We actually sold out of this a couple of times on HSN. It's an incredibly easy easy to build, easy to cut, easy to build your own slimline envelopes. You can open them. You can set it up so that you have the flap opening either at the top or the side. It's incredibly versatile, really easy to use. You can use any pattern papers. You can use any of these, papers that I'm working with right now. Really, really beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and change it up, and I'm not going to put this piece on foam. But that slimline die set will actually work with most slimlines from most companies. It's a nice large die. So there we go. So now we have a beautiful, foundation for our flowers. Now here I chose a larger. I'm working in the pinks this time. This is one of the really long, beautiful die cuts that is in the kit. And so I just love these. I think they're so pretty. And I really like working with these in white. And I love white on white. It gives a beautiful texture it's beautiful texture, beautiful interest without overpowering your design or your layout. A little bit of extra glue. But isn't that pretty, just that little bit of texture? I am going to pop this up on foam. I just think these are so pretty. Let's see. Get a good sized piece of foam here and cut that in half. Now this card, I wanted to show you how you can use, even one of the larger florals. I'm going to offset this one a little bit. There we go. Now it extends a little bit beyond my card base, which is totally fine. And the envelope die that we have is wide enough to accommodate a little bit of overhang as well, which is nice. Now these are two of the ephemera pieces that I think are really pretty. This is one of, You Are So Loved, which I think is beautiful. And this is one that I would normally think, oh, I would use that on like a scrapbook page or something. It says, Our love is the best in a circle. But I thought, oh, how pretty, that little bit of texture on there. I just think it's really nice. So I decided to add this on here. And so I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive just on half of it. And let me see where I have it. I'm going to let that overhang a little bit. And then on this, I'm going to put a little piece of foam. Actually, I want a bigger piece of foam than that. Bum, bum, bum. Where's the start? Where's the start? Here it is. There we go. And so this can go right here. I just think it's really pretty. I kind of like having that scrapbook look on there too. You Are So Loved. Maybe that's a little low. Good thing I didn't push it down. I'm going to pop that back up and raise that up a little bit. Let's see. Let me just lay it there and see if I like it there. I'm going to go over a little bit. Because here's my thinking is, if I have it off center, I want to have it off center enough that it looks intentional, not like a mistake. So where I had it before, it was just slightly off center and it looked like I could have just messed it up. So isn't that pretty? I just think these are beautiful. I love them. It looks like I watercolored it. Okay, so that is card number 2. Now we've done blues, we've done pinks, and we're going to do one more with these, and then I've got something else to show you too. So this one, I thought it would be fun because I thought I've done 2 cards that were landscape, so I wanted to do one that was going to be portrait. And so again, I pulled beautiful papers from the lovely watercolor paper pack die, cut it with my largest die. I'm going to go ahead and layer these pieces I'm going to put these flat. I mean, you know, you can put as much dimension on your card as you want. I'm going to do this sideways because I think I do a better job positioning it if I do it this way. Let's see. There we go. There's one. And then I did the same thing. I cut one of those beautiful watercolored sheets that has the paint splatters. I think are so pretty. And it just gives me a gorgeous background. And so this one I wanted to do portrait. And let's see where we land. So I grabbed a bunch of these. So I've got a couple of flowers, and I thought it'd be fun to mix a couple of flowers. So I have the purple paper, which is gorgeous with that blue and purple. But this has got the purple in there too. So I thought maybe we'll try and use two of them. I have one of my little ephemera frames, and then this is my sentiment that actually goes in the center of that pops out of there. So we're going to play with that, and then I have some of my little die cuts as well. So I'm going to lay this out and see where we land. And this is really what I do. I just kind of play with it. And I have to think about what I want to put foam. I want foam on this one, I think. I'm going to do that one flat and pop this one up on foam for a little bit of dimension. So it looks like one is maybe in front of the other. That's going to be too thick. All right, let's see how that does. All right, let me angle that a little. Maybe in an angle. And go, oh, that looks pretty. And go with the, oh, that's the same one. I grabbed the same one twice apparently. Okay. Let's go like this. I'm going to put, actually I'm going to change these out. I'm going to do, because this will give me a little more width up here. Let's do two of those up there. Here. Here. I'm just playing. And then that gives me length at the bottom. Sentiment. That's kind of what I'm thinking. A little busy? Maybe I could tuck that in a little tighter. Maybe I don't need two of these. What? Actually, I think this should go underneath like that. I'm going to probably trim the bottom of this off of here. Oh, I think I can pop that back in there. I do not like that. All right, let's go like this. Is that too busy?
Yes.
Did everybody think it was too busy?
Everyone's saying it's way too busy.
Hey, Ellen.
Much better.
I don't know. What do you think? Give me a vote. Do you like it with the blue, with these flowers, or not with these flowers here, the blue ones?
Sheila says turn the blue downwards and sentiment in the middle.
All right.
Turn the blue flowers downwards and put the sentiment in the middle.
But then the flowers are upside down.
Yeah. There you go. That's what she's saying to do.
Well, let me get, this one's up on foam, so let me get another one. Maybe I need one that is roughly the same size.
The red throws it off. Without the blue. Blue is better.
Blue. Yeah, it is kind of weird having that pink with the blue. So All right, see, this is where we play. I wonder if I go to purple instead, so it's not so strong with that blue. This has that pink in it also, and then has purple. Maybe we do that. How's that?
I think it's much better with the flowers, like Sheila said.
Okay, we'll
Sheila,
go with
you're hired.
Sheila, you're hired. All right, so we're gonna go with this. I'm not gonna put any foam on any of these. The only thing that's gonna have foam is that sentiment. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some adhesive on here. And see, this is why, you know, you just kind of play with it until you get it to a place where you like it. And if you can't get it to a place where you like it, then you write to Sheila. And then Sheila can set you straight. Good eye, Sheila. All right, let's see. There's that. And then, so those are there. I'm going to do these flat. I'm going to angle that a little bit so it's not hanging too far off the edge. And then this one, I'm going to do the same. Go like that. Now this, I'm going to put some liquid adhesive around the edge. I think that's approximately in the center. I hope it is. And then on the grateful, I already have a little bit of foam. So that is going to be the one item that is popped up. Ooh, and I can't put my head over it to see if I have it in the right spot. Where's Will? A little left, little north, little south. Gotta tell me where to put it. Ah! Help.
You gotta answer the question.
There we go.
Everyone's yelling at me.
Oh, what glue am I using? I didn't see that you had a question up there. You know what? This is always my go-to glue. I love Aleene's clear tacky glue. I just love it. That's what I use, Aleene's. Used it for years. I've actually probably had this bottle for years. All right. There we go. So that is, oh boy, that is so pretty. Look at that on camera. That's gorgeous. I do wish I had a little more of one of the leafy things poking out there, peeking out at the bottom. So let's see. If I wanted to, I could tuck that in. Let's see if I can tuck that in there. Just a little bit, because I feel like it needs a little something there. No, maybe not. No, it does. It just looks empty there. I'm actually going to tear it and just use the top part, because I couldn't tuck it in. Take the top off there. I couldn't tuck it in too far because I already had that, the other piece adhered. So I just tore a little piece of it off of there just to give me a little something there. There we go. I think that looks better. It doesn't look so empty. So that is 3 cards really fast right there. 1, 2, 3. Let me move these. That's going to be fun to clean up later. Okay. So again, with the Elegant Stitched Slimline dies and with the lovely paper pack, lovely watercolor paper pack and ephemera, these are what I made really fast. And I mean, I assembled these very quickly. We still have 20 minutes left and I did these really fast. Granted, I had, you know, some of it, you know, some of the die cutting already done, but that's how easy it really is. I think they're just beautiful. I don't know why anybody wouldn't love to get these cards. So that's 3 cards right there. Gorgeous. So pretty. Now, I hope this turns out, because I cut all the pieces, but I didn't piece it together. These are, let me get these in order, some of my favorites. I love these. These are 3 of my favorites in the new collection. Modern Geometric Cover Plate 1, 2, and 3. They're all different. They're all unique. Each one is designed to be used on its own. They're also designed to be layered in any combination that you want. So on the back here, we show you all 3 of them, and we show you what it looks like when you layer them up different ways. So this one, we're showing you cover plate 1 on the top. So we say cover plate, 1 plus 2 plus 3, and this is what you're going to get if you were to use those 3 colors. On the back of cover plate 2, we show you a different variation of that. If we put cover plate 2 first, then 1, then 3. And then on the back of cover plate 3, we show you what if we put cover plate 3 first, then 2, then 1. So same colors, very different looks on all 3 of these. They're absolutely stunning. You can mix them up in any combination you want. We've only been able to show you 3 of the variations here because I've only got packaging for 3, right? But they're so cool, and these are A2 sized. They actually will cut out, the actual whole cover plate. So it's going to cut around that edge. And I thought, I've just been dying to play with these. And so I thought, today, we're playing with them today. Another thing I really wanted to play with was our layered poinsettia dies. These dies are absolutely fantastic. It's one of our best sellers out of this new collection. No coloring, no painting, no nothing. You literally have 7 dies here. You cut the pieces. We show you what the pieces are here, and we show you what it looks like when you layer them up. Creates a gorgeous flower. It looks like a poinsettia. You've probably seen our design team do these in all different colors because this doesn't have to be a poinsettia. This can be any flower you want it to be. So I thought, I'm going to play with this, and I'm going to use my lovely watercolor papers. We're going to see what happens. So, what? Yeah, we're going to see how this comes together because I literally was just kind of in a hurry, and I thought I'm just going to cut these pieces really quick, and we'll see how this comes together. I don't know. See if it works. Why not? So here are my pieces. So I've got, what did I do with cover plate 1? I actually used one of my pattern papers for cover plate 1. All right. So that is this beautiful, this is the sheet that I use, this floral. All right. Isn't it gorgeous? This is the large. You can see how close up and zoomed these beautiful flowers are. And then you have the smaller one on the back, which is actually the size that I used. I cut this out of that. All right. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, just by itself, if I put that just alone over cardstock, look how stunning that is, just on white cardstock for a background. So pretty. Wow, it's just gorgeous. I love it. Next up is plate number 2. And with plate number 2, I just cut that out of white because I thought, well, let's try it with white. And we'll see how things layer up. So that is geometric cover plate number 2. And then I had this really funky, cool, textured silver just in my stash. It's almost kind of flat, but it's still silver. And so I thought, well, let's try that with cover plate number 3, and we'll see how we do. Jen is saying, will LDRS bring back the puzzle stamps that were on HSN? HSN is still straightening that out. I really screwed that up. That was completely 100% nobody's fault but my own. And I screwed up the barcodes on it. And so HSN was shipping correctly according to the barcodes. That's how they ship. It's according to barcodes. I just had swapped the barcodes when things were sent off to the manufacturer. So I screwed it up. They are correcting it for me right now. So I'm hoping, I mean, they should have those back. You want to switch to camera 1 so I can just tell people. HSN is actually righting my wrong for me right now. That's why I haven't made an announcement about it, because I royally screwed it up when I sent it to the manufacturer. I swapped the barcodes accidentally when I sent things in. And so HSN, when they're pulling stock to send, they pull according to barcode. That's how they do it. I mean, they've got millions of products, right? So they pull according to barcode. So they actually shipped correctly, but I had them labeled wrong. So they are correcting that for me, and so I think they're going to be. I don't know how they're going to handle it. So I don't know if they're going to put them back out on HSN to sell, or if they're going to communicate with everybody who didn't get the right stuff and who returned, or I don't know exactly what the next step is. That's why I haven't said anything, because I don't know. I don't have anything to say yet. I don't have the answers.
I would just watch the site.
So yeah, I would say watch the site and watch your email. So if you had ordered it and they canceled it, they may reach out and say, hey, we've got this now. Do you want it? I don't know. Or they may make an announcement and say, we've got these, in stock again. So they are, they're fixing it for me. I just don't know exactly what the steps are, because I've never done anything like this. I've never messed something up so royally with them before.
Well, not on HSN anyway.
Thank you. Thank you. Two. Camera 2. Okay. So these are my pieces. I just love these. The cool thing, like I said, is each one of these is designed to be used on its own or layered in any combination. So if you only get 2 of these, you can layer 2 of them. If you get all 3, you can layer all 3. If you only have 1, you can use it on its own. They're stunning no matter what combination. So here's my 3, and here is my card base, which is just white. And so I don't know how I'm going to layer these up. I'm going to kind of play with it a little bit. I want to see some of that blue. I think that actually is how I'm going to do it. Let me see. So I've got it. So I have the silver, and then I have my pattern, and then I have the white. I think it's going to be a little much if I put that silver on top. Yeah, then all you see is silver. So I think I definitely want the silver underneath. And I don't want to see so much of the pattern. So I think this is the way I'm going to do it. Like that. And you can, no matter how you layer it, you're going to be able to see bits and pieces of all 3 of them. So pretty. Okay, so I'm going to get these layered up really quickly. And I'm going to wish I had like a book or something. You can see my tape on the back because I taped the die down to it. And it just cut right through, and it was a kind of a strong washi tape, so I didn't want to pull it off of there and risk tearing my paper. So let's see, let me lift this up so I don't get adhesive all over my glass mat. There we go. Grab that. I don't know if there's nothing in this, so it's not really heavy enough. I just want something to kind of weigh this down and hold it for me. But the Aleene's dries pretty quickly. So I think I got some of it on here. Let's get that off. I love when I get things dirty. Dag nabbit. All right, I'll have to erase that when it dries. All right, so I'm going to go ahead now and notice I'm only putting adhesive around the edge. I'm not bothering to put it all on all the little bits and pieces in the center. I don't think it's necessary. All right, here we go. Beautiful. Do you have something that I could lay on this, Alan, to...
Linnea said she uses her Misty.
Oh, that's a great idea. Linnea's here!
Yep.
Oh, that's great news. Hi, sweetheart. I hope you're doing okay. I'm gonna erase that glue. There we go. All right, I think that's a fantastic idea. So I'm going to set, I've got my 3 layers here. I'm going to set that aside and let that dry. So I have my Misty on top of it. So that was a fantastic idea. Okay. Next up, I've gone ahead and I've cut some bits and pieces. We'll see. Now the only thing I did that wasn't part of the paper, that wasn't part of my pattern paper, so here's what I cut. Where's the die? What did I do with the die, honey? Here it is. So with this die here, the biggest piece here, now if you look at the back, you can see the biggest piece goes on the bottom, and then you have your layering piece over the top. So I wanted a nice dark piece to go on the bottom, and I went with the beautiful navy blue that I happen to have because it looks gorgeous with the paper. I thought it was really pretty. Nice, strong, bold color to put on the bottom. And then I went with, this is the center of one of those little watercolor splatters. I cut that with this die here. That is the center. That's going to layer on top of that. And then I just went to my scraps and I had a nice kind of dark green. That's this die right here, which is the foundation or the largest piece for your leaf. So I cut that twice. All right. Let me move this over. See what I've got here. And then with my my layers, this is the next layering piece. Let me see, how does this go together? Let me make sure I have this. Okay. And this one goes here. Do I have these right? Okay. You're going to notice that these are going on different sides, and it's because I cut one with my prototype that was backwards. Anyway, so then I have these other two pieces here were just cut, same thing, with just a little scrap piece of this beautiful paper. And that's the two center pieces that go in the middle, right here, that go in the middle of the flower. So let me put this up here so you can see how it comes together. And we'll start piecing this. So I tend to look, it's not there, right here. There's always going to be pieces that have the same pattern and the same shape. There's and you'll get to know what they are as you look at it. So there's an edge here that's the same as this edge here, so I can see that that fits together really nicely. You know, and then you'll see how the others fall into place. So I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on this. This one I am going to get a little more detailed with it because I want it to stay down all around those little edges. Not too much, just a little bit, a wee little bit. And I want to line that up as best I can because I don't want to get adhesive everywhere that it doesn't need to be or that it's not supposed to be. There we go. There we go. Isn't that pretty? It's a pretty flower already. Just gorgeous. And then you can see there's like these little center pieces, like that little shape right there that matches up with the same shape that's right here on this one. So I would slide those in together just like that. So I'm going to put adhesive on here. So we kind of make it really easy for you to see how you're going to puzzle piece these together. So that makes them really easy to use. Put that in there. There we go. So you can see as it comes together how all the pieces, how the edges kind of slide in and fit together. And then here's the last one. It has the same little edge on it. I'm going to fit that in there as well. Isn't that pretty? We'll see. I mean, it may end up being a little too busy with all the pattern. I don't know. I just thought it'd be fun to play. So let me get these little pieces on here. Slide that into place. And then the next one. All right, so I'm going to move this now. over to here. So everything can start drying. All right. You know, and if you don't want to do 2 leaves for your flower, you don't have to. You can do it however you like. You can have 2, you can have 4, 3, 1, whatever you want to do. They're your flowers, right? There we go. All right. So I'm going to set that aside there and let those dry. Next up, I am going to use my little tape gun now. Let's see if I can put this on here pretty straight. Along my edge. And I am going off the edge just a little bit, but that's okay. It's just a strip of adhesive, so I can flip that right back into where it needs to go. You just fold it. Fold up those corners and any edges that may go over. It's pretty easy. There you go, just push those edges in. And I'm going to have the yellow up, because I think I'm going to put my flower down here, and so I think I want to have the yellow up there. So let me go like this and lay this down. Get that adhesive. It's really sticky adhesive. There we go. That is so pretty. I like it. Okay. I think I'm going to put some foam. Where's my foam? Here it is. I'm going to put this up on a little bit of foam for a little dimension, because it wouldn't be one of my cards if I didn't have dimension, right? Right? I don't want that to show through, so I'm going to cut this into smaller pieces because we have the little holes there, and I don't want it to show through. This means that I'm probably not just going to be able to easily slide these under, so I'm going to get this positioned first. See where I want this to go. I don't know, it looks a little busy, but we're going to go with it because I don't have time to change. I don't know if I would go so much pattern on the leaves if I had this to do over again, to be honest with you. So I think it looks a little busy, but I think I would do more solid instead of texture. What?
Sheila's saying sentiment?
Yes. I think we'll have a sentiment. There we go. And then, let's see. What shall we do for a sentiment? Let's grab these. Actually, I think a blue one. Yeah, I think a blue one's gonna work. Dream big or hello. I'm gonna go with hello, my friend. Let's do that. Ready made, check that out. Is that straight? There you go. That's how easy it is. And we have 1 minute to spare.
I gotta see this.
What, do you like it?
I do, that came out really neat. It looks so much better in person too.
I'm actually happy with it. I really like it. I thought it was really busy, but I like it. So I ended up getting
Fun with dyes.
fun. Oh, instead of fun with flags,
That's
fun
right,
with
fun
dyes. So here's what we have today. We got 4 cards done. Look how pretty. And they all feature, they really all feature that watercolor. Oops, this is upside down. They really feature the ephemera kit and the watercolor paper pack. And some of the new dyes. I mean, the gorgeous dyes. I mean, it's just so pretty. But look at that. This is our layered poinsettia. Does that look like a poinsettia? Nope. You can use that dye year round. I actually wish we wouldn't have named it layered poinsettia, because I don't want people to think they can only use it, at Christmas time. I mean, look how gorgeous that is. That almost looks kind of tropical to me a little bit. I think it's really pretty. Really pretty. Alrighty. You still hunt? Want to go back to camera 1? Yay! I think this is the first time we've done 4 cards in 1 hour. Yay! Alrighty, so let's see. Let's see if I can get all these in my hands at one time. Let's put this one in the front since that one's upright. I have to get that picture, you know. Where's it going to go? Over here? There we go. He laughs at me. I feel like such a goofball. Okay. Anyway, look at those. Aren't they beautiful? I'm telling you. Especially, for people who don't know how to watercolor, or, you feel like maybe, it's not your favorite thing to do, but you love the look of it or whatever. I'm telling you, that watercolor paper and the ephemera kit at HSN, they're awesome. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yes, I could have made those. That's how easy those are.
Yeah, they're so pretty. I loves them. Yay. All right, so we need a winner. And what is the winner going to get today?
I don't know. You tell me.
Whew, let's see. How about we give away one of the cover plate dies?
Oh.
Which one? Which cover plate die? Give me a number 1 through 3. Honey?
I don't know.
1, 2, or 3. Just give me a number.
2.
2. Okay. So Alan says 2. So tonight's prize is going to be the Modern Geometric cover plate die 2. 2. I just need a name. Who is it?
What name do you need?
Huh? What'd you say?
What name do you need?
I need the winner's name. Sharondalyn Newton. Is that how you say that?
Sharon Dalen?
Sharon Dalen? Sharondalyn? Sharon Dalen? Did you write it right? Is that one name? I'm telling you, if that's your first name, though, that's a long name. Sharondalyn Newton. Congratulations, you have won the Modern Geometric cover plate die 2. Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations. Woohoo! We need you, please, to send us your complete name and your mailing address to, where are we sending it to, honey? Customer service at LDRScreative.com. Once we have that, we'll be able to get your cover plate die shipped out to you right away, so you can start creating your own gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous cards. All right, everybody, thank you so much. This was fun. This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys will, found a different way to look at some of the, ephemera and the die cuts and stuff like that maybe you already have in your stash, and, maybe you even looked at these kits on HSN and said, I don't scrapbook. What do I want that for? Well, you don't have to scrapbook to be able to use this. These things are designed for card makers too, and they're designed to make it really easy for you. And you can achieve some gorgeous, gorgeous watercolors. So anyway, I hope you guys will look at die cuts and ephemera completely differently now. and realize that you can use them very easily to make some absolutely stunning and quick and easy cards, you know, especially when you're in a pinch. Or if you just want to mass produce, you know, and you don't want to do coloring and stamping and stuff, and you just want to mass produce some, die cuts and ephemera are really the way to go. So anyway, thank you everybody. This was a lot of fun. I appreciate you joining us. We absolutely you know, really appreciate you guys, and love spending these evenings with you. So we will be back next week. I don't know which day. Let's see how it goes. It'll be either Tuesday or Thursday. Probably not both because we have a lot going on. But if I can do both, I certainly will. So anyway, have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next week. Bye, everybody.